Good morning. I am Ahmed Ansari, and this is Monday Legal. Today, I have a very special guest who is not a lawyer. So this probably is the first episode ever that we invite a non-lawyer in the room with us, but you will understand why later. Ahmed Ansari is the CEO of Dunes Legal Translation and Attestation Services, and he is a member of Emirates Legal Network. I know him for a while right now, and that's why I invite him to be among us to talk about his profession and his work.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Ahmed, and thanks very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Ahmed, can you please tell me, what is your morning drink? Do you drink coffee or tea or karak or chai or what?
Basically, I come from Indian ethnicity, so I would like to have a great tea, which is mix of the milk and tea. That is my morning drink.
Is that the same as what's known here as karak?
No, karak is a little bit different. If you will see that karak is having the strong tea like coffee, but I like to have the mild tea, which is coming with cinnamon powder and all this thing.
Okay.
Maybe you will have the another word called masala tea or masala chai.
This is what you like?
Yes, this is what is my morning drink.
Which part of India you're from?
I'm a Gujarati. Basically, it's a western part of India. And basically, Gujarati people are the business-minded people. Alhamdulillah, I'm coming from a great place who has given the great businessmen. And my Prime Minister is also from my state.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit lucky in that sense.
Very good. I want to ask you about your start here in the UAE. How long ago was that? And when did you start with the legal translation and attestation?
If you will ask me honestly, Dubai was never in my mind. I was running for Singapore, but somehow I was thinking about the travel time to my home country. So it was only 2 hours. So when I jumped into Dubai, I was running on the roads with my CV for the job. So luckily I got the job in legal translation company and with the 3,500 dirham. But suddenly I realized that everybody is making money. The market is completely open. So as a Gujarati, it is in my blood to do the business. And somehow I was lucky that I got the job in the legal translation company, which was a huge market because the official language of the UAE is still Arabic. So we had a lot of chance to explore the market. And Alhamdulillah, me and my partner were discussing to start the business in metros, parks, and on the roads. Okay, we will take the office in that building. We will do the business in this building. So somehow we had the expertise of managing the translation, and we have the great team. So we started back there in 2016 after doing the job of 8 months. And suddenly, if you will see the market of Dubai, people will always trust the people who give the straight service and the great service. Say for example, if as a legal document, if you have a legal document, you will not give to a third party or someone else. You will give to a person who is trustworthy. So people started trusting us, the way we were working, the way we were providing the services, 24/7. We are dealing with the ministries and embassies. This is how the story began in 2016. And Alhamdulillah, we are in the great position operating in UAE and started the service in the KSA as well. Wow. This is what the story is.
But basically, legal translation is one of the areas that every lawyer working in the UAE, especially those ones who are dealing with government offices or with courts, they need you every day because most of the submissions that we give to the court has to be legally translated and stamped by a certified legal translator from whatever language into Arabic to be submitted to court. I remember the days when I started my career here, even bank statements were supposed to be
translated. Yes, you are right, 100%.
That's not anymore. Yeah. Where the legal translation has to be also stamped by a certified legal translator.
Yes, of course.
Certified legal translator had to have a membership with Ministry of Justice,
yes, correct.
For example. Yeah?
Yep.
How can anybody become a legal translator? How did you start? Because you don't speak Arabic.
I don't. Of course, I would like to open completely the book of how to become a legal translator. The requirement, the authority who is providing the card of legal translator is Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
So their requirement is to have a person degree with any kind of language. Say it's Persian, English, Arabic. You must have a bachelor degree it must be legalized from your home country to here, then you will have the 5 years of experience of as a translator, any translator. Then you will have to give exam to the Ministry of Justice. They will evaluate your projects. They will give you the samples to translate. And after evaluating, there is a certain fees to Ministry of Justice, and then they will provide you the legal translator card. You can be legal translator of any language which is approved by Ministry of Justice. They have a pool of languages where they are allowing to be a legal translator according to the population in UAE, to provide a bridge between the ministries and to the public, to play a role of bridge between the population. This is how it works.
And once you become registered with Ministry of Justice, then you'll be able to have your own identified stamp to put it on the document that has to be submitted in an official way.
Of course, let me tell you, it's really required a very hard work to be a legal translator. It is not a one-time job. You have to keep updating yourself according to the laws, because every year on the time of renewal, they will again conduct the exam with you. I'm talking about Ministry of
continuous certification as a legal translator every year.
Yes, every year. They will keep evaluating your knowledge and the law which is getting updated in the system of UAE. So this is how at the time of renewal card, because it's not like one-time card. Every year you have to renew with the Ministry of Justice. At that time they will evaluate your knowledge and the interpretation skill. Then only then they will renew it. Otherwise not. So it's a really, you can say that it's not a normal job. It's like, it's all about reading, and it's all about how you are updating yourself according to the law. So it's a tough job to be a legal translator.
Ahmed, I want you to tell me, who are the authorities who require your services? You're providing certified translation from English to Arabic, I assume. Which authorities? I know for a fact that banks do not require such translation, but courts would like to have that, and the experts appointed by the court.
Correct.
In order to submit documents to them, you will need certified legal translated documents.
Yes.
Maybe also economic department, when we are bringing documents from abroad, we need to submit these documents legally translated. What other authorities and what other line of business that connects to you?
Okay, to be very honest, if you will see that, I would like to broaden the horizon of translation. It's not limited to only English and Arabic. You know that the Dubai is a place of the foreigners. Say for example, if a customer is traveling from Spain, his all documents will be in the Spanish.
Yes.
So the UAE authorities will come to either English or Arabic. So I will have another scope of work that is Spanish to English. So this is how we have 200 language solutions, not only English, Arabic. Say for example, German to English, then Spanish to English, Italian to English, Turkish to English. When it comes to the corporate document, it will be the bunch of document. So of course, it will be not a translation only, it will be a project, because attestation is connected with the translation.
Yes.
So attestation and the legal translation are two sides of a single coin. So this is how I elaborate. And if you're talking about the authorities who are asking for the legal translation, I will say the Central Bank, Land Department, all UAE courts, then Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Economy, and sometime wherever the document is coming, say, is moving into the GCC. English is not so spoken language in other GCC countries. Say for example, if the documents are going to Saudi, they will ask to be translated in the Arabic. So this is how the scope of translation is vast. Not only in the UAE, outside the UAE as well. We have the foreign languages, we have the attestation, then English and Arabic, vice versa, legal translation. So it's a complete package of the document legalization and the language solution. This is how I define it.
Yeah, and your number one connection or the introducer to this line of business is usually lawyers.
Yes, of course. I must say that my business is coming from 99% B2B only.
Okay.
I have very less individual clients, and in these terms, alhamdulillah, I'm lucky. I'm really lucky that I have B2B business only, because all my customer, I am vendor for them, and they know my name. Whatever the coming in their mind in terms of documentation, attestation, or say foreign language translation, they will have only one name, that is Ahmed Ansari. See, everybody has a shop in the market of legal translation and attestation, but the thing is that what you are serving unique in the market, what value addition you are doing to your customer. So we are working on turnaround time basis. That is called TAT. What I have learned from my previous company, Vodafone. Our timely response is even less than 3 to 2 minutes. I'm working more on this to reduce it in the seconds to how I can reply. But I think I cannot break that barrier because sometimes system glitches are there to shoot the email late. But my most of the strongest point is to reply my customer on time. And that is very important in terms of legal documentation to be in the market.
Yeah, you have a very strong entrepreneurial spirit. But I would like to understand a little bit more about your background. Like, what did you study and how many jobs did you get until you decide to open this legal translation office in Dubai?
Okay, in terms of education, I was a normal student. I studied somehow computer applications, graduated in 2007, but Alhamdulillah my English was good. So that's how I cracked the job in Vodafone, and I worked in that company 10 years straight.
10 years in Vodafone. Where was that?
Okay, it was in India, from domestic to international. In starting, I was serving the local customers who were speaking Hindi, that is Indian language. Then I moved to international operation. I was a subject matter expert to manage the accounts of players and companies in UK, but the service was in India. Then I moved to Dubai somehow, as I told you in the starting, and luckily it was real a luck that I got a very unique field that is called legal translation, because not everybody can cope up with the laws every time, because you know that the laws of UAE is changing daily, so it has to be like this. So somehow my boss was very tough, but he was very good and knowledgeable person. I would like to say something about him. Like, he was the person who translated the labor laws of UAE, and he was the teacher of Muhammad family, Sheikh Muhammad family. So somehow he was very great person. I will admire him always, that whatever I am here is due to him only. I learned a lot in that organization.
Can you tell us his name?
His name is Taisir Al-Ghutani. I'm taking his name with proud. He's from Ghouta, a village in Syria. But yes, he's a great person. He was a tough person to me, but he was a great person, knowledgeable. And I learned a lot of things from him. I will always respect him throughout my life. Whether he was tough for me or soft for me, it doesn't matter. But the knowledge does matter. So it's a great story to be with him. And he is a great person. Yes.
Very good. I know that you decided after a few years into the legal translation business and after joining Emirates Legal Network to study law. Tell me about this decision, man. What made you do that?
Okay, there are two aspects of this, having this degree. Number one, somehow when we started the Emirates Legal Network, maybe I was 5th or 6th member of that group,
Yes.
if I'm remembering it properly. So there was an indirect pressure which was coming to me. If I am running into a legal business, which is legal documentation, and if I'm going to match my shoulder with the lawyers, I have to be something in my hand to show them I am in the law field. Because anybody can ask me the question, why are you in this group if you are not a lawyer? And there was some other aspect as well. I was working with Cayman Island companies. I am still working with some Jerseys and, say, for example, tax haven authorities. So somehow they would like to evaluate my knowledge and degrees with the law, because my work is related to the legal translation and attestation. And all of the documents are commercial documents. So they would like to evaluate my personal and educational capability, which kind of person he is, what company he is running. So somehow I was in dilemma that whether should I do it or not. But some people told me, yes, you do it, because if you are not going into litigation or arbitration, that is a different story. But for the safer side, for the sake of business, as a status as well, to be very honest, lawyer is having a great status. So I started my law, and I think founder of Emirates Legal Network, Mr. Ahmed Al-Nagar, was the great person who always encouraged me. Like, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can take this part. You can go ahead with that one. And that's how it was a small discussion. And then I started, and Alhamdulillah, I already completed my 2 semesters, and now I'm in the 3rd semester in the field of law. So this is how it started.
You might not look at it in the same way I look at it, but your story is quite inspiring to me. Okay, like someone who is not a lawyer, not a translator, came to the UAE very 2016 when you started is not very long ago.
Yes, of course.
And now you have a company with a branch here doing legal translation, attestation, corporate service provider, and you're expanding into Saudi and studying law and wearing a very, very nice suit.
Thank you very much.
I'm really jealous. And by the way,
Thank you
with
very much.
suits, I'm rarely jealous.
Yeah.
With you is like, wow, I like your suit very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So the whole thing is very inspiring, is that you changed your life in a matter of few years. And I guess with the education that you're getting, you're going to even open up quite a few possibilities for yourself as well. It's quite inspiring for me. I totally respect what you're doing.
Thank you very much. I think it's really, if you will see that, the life is very straight. It's all about the blessings of the parents, support of the wife and the family, blessings of the God, Allah Almighty, and your honesty and hard work. There is a simple 5 to 4 pillars to make yourself successful. There is nothing. If you will say that if it is online marketing, if it is like something Google ads, no, nothing. It's all about your good deeds, your hard work, and your honesty to your customer and the market, to whomsoever you are dealing, whether they are giving you business or not, that is altogether different thing. You must be raise your helping hand anytime. This is what I have learned in the 7 years. Especially the support which is coming from the parents and the wife. So this is how I'm running in the business. And there is no rocket science. It's a simple hard work and honesty. That's it.
Very good. Ahmed, I know you are active in other services that is not strictly related to translation, legal translation and attestation, but is complementary as well, like for example, golden visas. And this is one of the most common questions some of the audience are sending us on the DMs, that they would like to understand, maybe not all of them, but the most used and the most common golden visa types. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, I would like to add something over here. Say for example, if you're saying that I'm golden visa, no, I'm not doing the golden visa, I'm outsourcing to someone. But the way I'm guiding to the people regarding the documentation, again, the question is coming to the documentation, because if your documentation is clear in UAE, in any work, you are the winner, because preparation takes more time than execution. So people are confused about the documentation and the process. So the way I guide them, they come to me only. So there are they basically come for like, say for example, the person who is in the job category or has property of more than 2 million. They are the most common categories in the golden visa. But as of now, government is coming in the front. They are providing itself the one-touch solution for the golden visas. Even you can apply from the UAE pass. So if you are purchasing property, even the land department will process it. But the only thing is that the people who are having job category, yes, they can come to me. I can advise about the document, and they are free to take the decision whether they are coming with me or they can go anywhere. But yes, my advice is completely free. As I told you in the starting, regarding any kind of document, I'm open to advise anytime.
Tell me a little bit about the requirements of the golden visa with the category of the employment, because I understand executive employees with the salary of 30,000 dirham and above are eligible to apply for this kind of golden visa. Can you tell me about the requirements of it?
Of course, I can tell you. First of all, the first parameter which you told already, the more than 30,000 salary, then you must have any kind of manager position on your visa. You must have your attested degree. Now equivalency add-on, that is a more stringent process to verify your degree, that must be attested as well. Then your job contract showing that your salary is more than 30,000, and your passport, which is not valid, must be valid more than 6 months. Then you can directly apply from the Ahmed centers and everywhere. The people will are facing problem now because due to the equivalency, because it's a tight process and it's a long process of taking time, at least 60 days, starting verification of your degree from home country to the UAE. This is how it works. But if your papers are clear, the charges are simpler like the normal charges, and you will get the golden visa.
What I understand is that the certificate of equivalency is basically an assurance for the government here that the transcript and the education certificate of the person applying is actually genuine and confirmed from the university or the education institute that issued them. And the process for it happens here in the UAE.
Yes, of course, you are 100% right. There is no change in your statement. You are 100% right. It's a way of verifying of the degree that your degree is 100% correct. And the requirement is by the immigration, and immigration will notify to Ministry of Education. Okay, when you will go to apply your golden visa, immigration will say that go and do the equivalency of your certificate. So it has to be done by the Ministry of Education. They have the portal, Ministry of Education. You will apply for equivalency. They will ask for the certain documents, as you told, like transcript. Then they will ask for the data flow records, your entry exit report of the particular country where you are staying while having the degree. And all the things must be in the sequence to get the equivalency. But the final decision of the equivalency will be taken by the Ministry of Education here in UAE. That is the ultimate authority to provide you equivalency.
And once you have the equivalency certificate, together with the documents that is required, you apply again to get the golden visa.
Yes, of course. See, earlier it was also their equivalency, but it was for the very rare positions. But now for the every job which is coming under the golden visa, they will ask for the equivalency certificate.
Okay. That is with the employment solution. There's another way to get the golden visa, which is having a real estate investment. I know there are categories. Some of them are allow you for 2 years. Some of them allow you for 5 years. I think the most interesting one is the one that is a long-term golden visa, which is the 10 years golden visa. Can you tell me about the requirements for the golden visa with real estate investment?
Of course, while in the starting it was like exact 2 million property. If you have, you can apply for the golden visa through land department or through Amer. It was open door. Now they had before some time they had introduced with even if your property is having the value of 2 million, but you had paid some part of that amount,
not fully paid or mortgaged.
Yes. You are eligible for the golden visa, but it is a case-to-case basis. It is not a standard practice that you can practice. No, it is not. If you can submit your application, while looking at your application, DLD will verify your property details at your site, how much progress they have done, who are the brand valuers who are doing the development of that project. Accordingly, you will get the approval. How much you have paid, 500,000, 700,000. So this decision is completely under the land department. You cannot take a call that I will get the golden visa. No, but the doors are open. People have got some golden visa in the previous experiences, what I have noticed.
Tell me about your decision that you have opened an office in Saudi Arabia, and what I understand it is pretty much connected to the new wave that a lot of investments are going to Saudi, and a lot of people who are entrepreneurs or businessmen having businesses here in the UAE do want to have a branch or a subsidiary in Saudi Arabia. And I know that you have opened yourself as well a branch in Saudi providing the same services. What is the connection between both?
I would like to start with the vision of MBS, which is 2030. If you will see that the economy is completely vast now and they are open, they are ready to welcome the foreigners. They have done the drastic changes in terms of tax planning and tax structure. So somehow, say for example, if you have the company over here in UAE, if you're opening a branch in KSA, there will be certain tax exemption. But they are planning it. But anyhow, not in the terms of tax planning only. There is a lot of market, because the market is open. They are developing the Neom, they are developing the Murabba, they are developing the Riyadh. Riyadh has a different vibes when I visited over there. The people are curious about the things like, what is this? Okay, this is artificial intelligence. They were observing the things like they are curious about that. So it is a great learning that it will take time. It will take time, but yes, they are developing a lot. So if the country is developing, there is a more scope of manufacturing, service sector. Everywhere you have the scope. So company who are doing good businesses in UAE, of course, will plan to open a door in KSA. So we as a company Dunes are playing a role of complete solid concrete bridge between UAE and Saudi in terms of opening a company, in terms of legalization of the document. We are not doing the formation in KSA, There are a lot of market players in terms of doing formations, like there are, of course, the lawyers, the business setup companies, but to clearing the document is a tough nut to crack. So that's how Dunes is coming in the picture to advise the customer. Honestly, we are making the life of frontliners easy to solve the question of documentation. We know that what documents you need to incorporate a company in KSA, LLC, sole establishment, or 100% ownership. We will provide the complete bespoke door-to-door solution of every company to open a company in the KSA.
Give me an example. So for example, I have a company in DMCC here, and I would like to open a branch for it in Riyadh.
Of course.
I'm going to take all the corporate documents here, give it in Riyadh. My corporate documents are all in English because that's how it's issued from the MCC.
Yes.
What's your job in this?
Okay. First of all, you will come to me. I will give you the list of document what you need, what is required by the Ministry of Investment in Saudi to open the company, because your company must be registered with MISA, which is called Ministry of Investment Saudi Arabia. You need your trade license, you need your memorandum, you need your financial audit sheet, and you need a board resolution cum power of attorney. Who will give the power to the person who will open the company over there? So once you will prepare the document, you will contact me to get it attested by Dubai Chamber. Number first, because your balance sheet must be attested by Dubai Chamber. Then it will go to the Ministry of Foreign.
That's a requirement in Saudi?
In Saudi, yes.
Okay.
Because MOFA will not attest any document until and unless it is not attested by the respective authority. So if you have registered your company in Dubai, you have to get attestation on the balance sheet with the chamber. Then the MOFA will come in the picture, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to verify any document if it is going out of the country. Then after MOFA, it will go to the KSA Embassy. KSA Embassy is here in UAE. They will put the final stamp. Or maybe case-to-case basis, you need the legal translation as well. That you need to check with your service provider who is in the KSA. He can guide you whether you need the document in the legally translated in the Arabic, because in Ministries they will ask for the legal translation. And after that you can send directly to the document directly to the KSA to submit. It will be a ready to use document in the any authority in the UAE, in the KSA. You can submit there, and your service provider can open the company over there. There will be no other requirement. That's it. It's a simple process while I'm speaking, but it's a tough process to prepare here.
How does it work with Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the embassies and so on? I know a lot of these authorities, they kind of work by post right now. Some of them work by courier. They don't have an open door for you to queue and enter to do these attestations. How does that work? Can you explain to me?
Yes, of course.
You're not giving trade secrets, no?
No,
Okay.
it will not be a trade secret, of course not. Earlier, it was a like walk-in attestation. You can go any branch of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and you can give your document to attest it. Now it is like online process. Everybody has to collect the document and upload it online, and they will do it for you, and it will come by courier itself. But yes, before uploading the document and before doing attestation, you need to study the document in which category it will fall. Accordingly, the fees are there, and you have to be careful while uploading the document, paying the fees. Otherwise, you will be stuck over there if you are not identifying.
Yeah, you might pay for the wrong fee.
Yes, the wrong fees, and
then
your fees
it will be returned.
Of course, your document will be returned. You will miss your deadline to your customer, and your money will be stuck over there for 15 days. Then it will come back.
Yeah.
So this is how it's looking like. You can say that it's like online process, but it's a complicated process to upload that, to creating account and all this thing. But yes, somehow the physical interaction has been reduced completely. It's online process only.
Right. I want to ask you if there is one process or one regulation that you would like to change or you would like to see that makes the life of the business and the entrepreneurs or even legal documents develop or be better. What would you suggest if you think of something? I
would like to say that most of the time I visit Dubai Economic Department as well, in terms of amendments and board resolution passing, and sometime I have to submit the bespoke memorandum to DEDs, and the DED rules are little bit tough. I think not tough, they are right. So what I'm thinking that there should be a great classes from the DED, or like knowledgeable classes from the DED to educate the people who are working on the mainlands. especially the business setup company. What happens here, say for example, the rules and regulations of DED most of the time are not clear to the local public who are coming to do the business or who are also into the business setup. So there should be some online classes to educate about the business setup companies or the people who are going for the business setup, how to process the document, to whom should we meet, which other departments are connected with the DED. If there is a such kind of classes from the Dubai Economic Department, it will make the life easy for us, because if you want to get a single information how to incorporate a company in DED, at least you have to go for 3 times, because the online information is something different. The person sitting on the counter will say you something different, and you cannot commit anything.
Yeah,
to
and
your
sometimes
customer.
two people on the
Yes,
same
your
counter
information
would
will
say,
vary.
Yes.
The information will vary. I want to be double sure that whatever I'm giving to the customer is 100% right.
Have you noticed that this with the attestation as well? Sometimes it happens that some attestation would be charged differently in 2 different occasions because the person receiving the inquiry is a different person.
This question, I will say that you asked me a 100% logical question. If a trade license is there, it will be a single document.
Yes.
If you have a MOA, it's a single document. But if there is an amendment in your MOA, it will be again a separate document. So as a customer, finally you will think that it is one document only, MOA. But no, it is counted by MOFA. They will take the decision, because you are doing the amendment to the MOA means it is a completely separate document, and this is how it charged. If you will see sometime of the MOA, they have Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Appendix 1, Appendix 2.
It can go forever.
So if it can be anything, but if you will see the sequence of the number, it will come like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The numbering is the same, but if you will see the heading, it is a different. So this is the main difference, that where customer is thinking X and ministry is thinking Y. But the ministry is right. We have to go for the authority words only. Yes, we respect your thought. There is a lot of money involved in that one. You have to pay for that one. That is a separate question. But we cannot do anything. We have to go as per the calculation method of the ministry.
Yeah.
So this is the challenging thing we are facing while explaining to the customer of the legal documentation, especially when it is commercial.
Yes, yes. I remember very well at the early days when I started working in the legal field, in the corporate commercial and in transactions in general. We were receiving corporate documents of foreign companies bundled all together with an apostille,
yes, you're right,
which is based on the Hague Convention.
Yes.
And the UAE is not part of it.
Yes.
And back in the days, let's say 2008 or 2009, the UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs were accepting, as long as we have one attestation, this is the attestation we are confirming, we are going to do it once. So the bundle used to work, but that doesn't apply anymore.
Yes,
because of the commercial factor of attestation of the how many documents are there. Yes,
correct. You are right, 100%. Yeah. Sometime if you will see that the documents which are coming from the outside bundled together. So what is the mentality of the customer? What the customer will think? Of course, if it is a bundled together, it is a one document. But if you will go too deep into that document, you will say that separate of the number of the document. Say share register, say share certificate, say secretary services, say MOA, say amendment, say articles, then trade license, certificate of incorporation.
Each one of them has to be attested. Yes, of course.
It has to be attested. Yes, of course. So it is a huge expense for the customer. So whenever you are receiving any document for attestation, you have to study it carefully, like a commercial lawyer, you can say. That's why I'm studying law, as you told me. I want to understand all the aspect of the document. It is not for, as I told you, it is not for the litigation and arbitration. I'm still learning. I'm still studying. So this is you have to do while doing, especially the commercial document, because it's come with lot of responsibility and commitments. Whenever a customer is going to establish a company, it will pump in a lot. He will pump in a lot of money in that one. So we have to be very careful while studying the document.
Do you see that the attestation and translation cost can be a hurdle between the client and making the decision to go to court or making the decision to establish a company? Because sometimes, or even sometimes doing real estate investment, sometimes I see that it can compound to a big amount of money that maybe is more than the cost of establishing
Sometimes
the
it's happened.
company
You are right,
itself.
of course. Sometimes it happens. So what my suggestion to the customers or the business setup companies or to the end customer is, whenever you are establishing your company, you need to be 100% careful what you are doing. My advice to the entrepreneurs will be like this. Like, say for example, if they're establishing the business, before doing any kind of establishment, you need to think 100 times about the structure of the company. The more you will do the amendments and changes in your document, it will be more costing in your future. So before starting, think properly that how many partner you want to keep, what clause you want to include in your MOA, how many shareholders will be there, how many directors will be there. So whatever you will do, you will have to do in the starting. So what it will do, it will save your cost in the future, because if you have already decided your partners and your directors and your shareholders in the documentation in the starting, it will save your cost. It will not need any kind of amendment in the future. It will reduce your cost if you will do anything. If you have more amendments, more changes your document, it will be counted as a separate documents in the UAE. So again, you have to go for the attestation, legal translation and amendments. It will cost you document wise. So in the nutshell, what I will advise to the entrepreneurs, keep your document minimized, try to do not change more structure of the company to avoid any kind of future cost. It will be easy job for you to manage the company.
Ahmed, I want you to tell me, and this would be my last question to you.
Go ahead.
Once you finish with your law degree and finally become a lawyer, what is your plan?
Maybe if you are going to meet me or I'm going to meet you, my title will be changed as a lawyer, but my profession will be the same. I will be in the legalization and attestation business only. Maybe I can expand my territories. I'm in UAE, as you know that I'm operating from KSA now. Maybe I can jump into Qatar and maybe in Bahrain. Maybe Oman is also planning to have a boom in the future. So my only wish is to expand myself in the same field. But yes, I would like to carry the title of lawyer, which is very respectful, especially in India, if you are a lawyer.
And the knowledge.
And the knowledge as well, of course, because it is giving a lot of add-ons in my business and the status as well. It was not my wish to be a lawyer when I joined the Emirates Legal Network. As I told you in the starting, the pressure automatically came on me to be a lawyer, but I'm enjoying it, to be very honest. Studying the law and to be a proud member of Emirates Legal Network. People know me not only in the Emirates Legal Network but outside the network as well. And on the business terms, I'm getting a lot of business from the Emirates Legal Network as well.
Happy for you.
Yes, and it is not only the business why I'm in the Emirates Legal Network. It's like I have my network. I can say that I am in the group of at least 600 well qualified lawyers who are working with me. Seldom here and there. I think I'm feeling happy.
I'm very happy that it worked out very well for you. I know you're not alone. A lot of other members as well are really enjoying the membership. They are benefiting from it. Ahmed, thank you so much for coming. Thank you very much for your inspiring story. And I wish you the best of luck with your education and the best of luck with your business as well and the expansion plans that you have. And we'll see you again in a few years when you have your degree.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. I think I will show my degree whenever I will get it. You will be the first person to whom I will send, because you were inspiring for me to go for the law. And thank you for calling me here. And I'm happy that I could share my knowledge and business tactics to the people. And I will be always available 24/7 to help the people for the legal documentation. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you.
This is your dose from Monday Legal. See you next week.